Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Retro Limited 43, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So I'm not entirely sure what this game is about, but I know it's got something to do with a boss. You got some sort of boss in this office, and he will instruct you on what to do, and there's different outcomes depending on whether you follow his instructions. I think that's sort of the gist of the game. But let's just load straight in. I've already done all my settings, I think. Yeah. So we're just going to do them straight in.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm guessing Stanley won't be happy much longer.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Or I can move. Okay, so it's first person. I can move. Alright, so there's... Yeah, I guess we just need to leave the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He does not even walk.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it through here, I'm guessing, because the door's open? Let's just go down here and...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, what was on the door on the right? Oh, I want to know what was on the door of the right now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, what happens if I walk down her? What happens if I walk down? Huh? What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Two choices.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange, this can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Is
His
there somewhere
co-workers
else I
weren't
can go?
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after
I
all.
wish I hadn't gone this
And he
way
thought
now,
to
'cause
himself,
it's not
I
stopping.
suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
This is crazy.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
For ages, it's not
Now,
ending.
hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
How long does this go
So
on
he
for?
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
I can hear
Let me
myself
wake
moving
up,
around, but it's
he
not
thought to himself.
moving.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wait, is it gonna I'm guessing it's gonna restart me now, so it's like one of the endings or whatever. I don't know. Although I don't know, maybe some. Oh yeah, I'm guessing it like restarts me. So I'm guessing. What number? Well, I'm guessing.
All of his co-workers were
Wait, what would happen
gone.
if I
What could it mean?
clicked on the
Oh,
door?
please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Wait, there's a trophy.
Click a door
for
5
this.
times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Yeah, still ain't giving me my trophy, buddy.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
I didn't know
Perhaps
it was for a
50 clicks will
trophy.
do it.
but
Yes,
I'm doing-
almost certainly 50 clicks.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a trophy. I just thought what would happen if I tried the door, and then he talked about a trophy. But if I get to 50 clicks,
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true
Well, let me
reward for
find the
valiant
trophy.
effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
time.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, 417, 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, 415. 415. I'm guessing it's. Yeah, over here.
Now, back to door number 437.
Well, I feel like I'm just gonna keep going in circles. You know, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
What's a copy machine? I don't know what the copy machine is. What's the copy machine? Oh, I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know, let's do what we're supposed to do. So, door on the left. Go to the.
Yet there was
meeting
not a
room,
single
there's no
person
one
here
there.
either.
Go through the
Feeling a
door.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
around
his
there.
boss's
Go
office. Coming
up
to a
to my
staircase,
boss's
Stanley
office.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Inside. That's the executive bathroom. Can't go in there. So yeah, I guess it's just through here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened
Whoa,
to
it turned
input
off.
the
What's
correct
going on?
code
What's going
by
on?
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What newly open Oh, that newly open passage where. Whoa, this is crazy, my guy. Absolutely crazy. Whoa, we're going down. We're going down under.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Whoa, this is cool.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm sorry, Mind Control I'm sorry, we're seeing this with this door that says Mind Control Facility. We're thinking, oh, let's walk through this. Not the door where it says Escape. Okay. Okay, buddy.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
There's a bridge going over here. This is just crazy. Jump over the edge. Wait, what's going on? No.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And
yeah, 'cause this
all
is the
sent us
Deluxe
lots
edition,
of photos
so
of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Wait, I just got a trophy. You can't jump. Oh, did I try jump? Wait, and I just got another trophy. Get your first trophy. Well, that's nice. It's cool. So I got a trophy accidentally. I didn't even realise that, like... Well, hang on. I must have clicked submit. That's usually, like... I must have clicked submit. And it thought I was trying to jump. I guess. I don't know. Oh, we're back here. Alright, let's try...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm thinking, should we try the right door this time, perhaps?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What is this out here though? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Jesus.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, I guess I'm just like, you know. Because now that I know each decision seems to affect the story, I want to try and see what each one is. I think we should go back through the actual route, but this time go escape instead
All of his
the mind
co-workers were
control
gone.
facility.
What could it mean?
Adds my
Stanley
thoughts.
decided to go to the meeting room.
'Cause obviously
Perhaps he
there
had
was the
simply
mind
missed a
control
memo.
bit, and there was the escape bit, and I think we should go escape.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Tips
wave
for not
of
getting fired. Talk
disbelief,
less, do
Stanley
more.
decided to go up to his
Really?
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't know. That's some good advice. Anyway, what was this broom closet? Well, that opens.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around
Nothing
and got
there.
back on
Are
track.
you blind? Are you blind?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
At least I know exactly where to go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley
Was it
wondered
2,
aloud
4,
to
5,
nobody.
8?
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling
8.
books off the shelf, looking behind paintings. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Calming New Age music. What about that though? I got the pin right.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, I'm actually enjoying this game so far. It's better than what I thought. Well, no, yeah, I'd say it's better than what I thought it'd be. Because I wasn't entirely sure if I'd enjoy it or not, but I am enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good game. Okay, so if we try the escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No. Turning back, turning back, turning back.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Well, then what do I do in here? I've already been in here. Well, I guess I'm not leaving now, am I? Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Or not. What else is in here other than falling to my death? Well, not falling to my death, but what else is here other than jumping off the edge? Where's the bridge, her? Where's the...
The lights
bridge?
rose
Oh.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
CCTV
Now the
are on.
monitors jumped to life,
Whoa.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, this is crazy. And wait, this is one of the that says fired. It's crazy though. I did not think this was what was here.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What is
No.
Let's
He
see.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
where is it
control?
taking me? Where is it taking
Never.
me?
It
Where
was
is it taking me?
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Where is it taking me?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wait, does that kill me? I'm guessing that kills me. Now that I think about it. Because I'm also under the mind control. Yes? No? Maybe so?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building
The
hold?
sky.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Whoa,
No
we can see
longer
the
would
real
anyone
world.
tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Whoa.
It was perhaps
Finally,
the only
we
thing
can-
worth knowing.
We can leave.
Stanley
we get into
stepped
the real
through
world.
the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Where is
the
it? It's
feeling
not
of
me controlling
liberation,
anymore, it's
the
cutscene,
immense
I guess.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. Stanley was happy all over again. It came full circle, guys. Wait, I got a trophy. Beat the game. Wait, so, did I already? Yeah, complete the Stanley Parable. But wait, obviously there's more endings, so that's probably what. Well, I don't know. It's like, that can't be the end of the game. It's Well, I mean that's the good ending. I think. But obviously there's other endings. So, yeah, it plots me straight back here, so we can try the other endings too.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's
When
try
Stanley
the
came
let's
to a
try
set
the
of two
escape
open
route this
doors,
time.
he entered the door on his left.
Let's try where it says escape. Let's go down there, even when he says.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm just wondering now, you know, because like, I've got the good ending. But I'm wondering what the other ending was.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
And then into the lift, going down. Loading. Loading. This way.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I didn't.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
How do I know you weren't baiting me the whole time anyway? Huh?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, I'm chill.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
What is this? Wait, oh, it's just one big hole. Okay. Wait, is this some sort of electric chair?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Watch it, the next one. It will go straight on me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yeah, no thanks. Thanks.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Whoa.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer, office layout. Whoa, this is bro, this game is crazy. Filing cabinets, office computers. The office. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game. When buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay. You guys can just sort of, so like, here you go, just create to the model design, the original artwork, the original music, sound design, additional music, additional voice work, based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013 team, additional level design, all that, yeah, them people. Like, programming, Jesus, hold up, animation, yes, Stanley character scheme, webmaster, and then additional development, QA, coordinator, office administrator, producer, concept by, and then written and designed by Davey Reedon, I believe. Sorry if I butchered that name. And William Pugh. Developed by Crows art direction. William Thompson. Development lead Jan Stroitman, how do you pronounce it? And the impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Wow, so yeah, wait, what's through these doors? Well, this is a big place. It's like a whole museum of the game. Well, alright, this looks pretty big. So if you guys want like a part 2 of this video, where I maybe try get some of the other endings if there's any more, and explore through this, let me know. But yeah, I think I am gonna end this video here. So I hope you all did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.